This is a review video on how to combine like terms and how to add and subtract polynomials. So let's take a look at this. What are like terms? Well, they're monomials that have the same variable factors. So if we take a look at these examples down here, we have 4x squared and 5x squared. Because the x squareds are identical, they're common or like terms. So we can add their coefficients and we would get 9x squared. So combining like terms. Everyone has their own style. I like to use different shapes. So I'm going to circle all of the terms that have an A. Then I'm going to put boxes around all of the B terms. And I'll use triangles for our constants. So for my circles, I have 4a plus 2a. So I add my coefficients to get 6a. For b, I have negative 6b plus 7b and a negative 5b. So that I'm going to do two at a time. So first, we're going to talk about this negative 6b and the negative 5b. That will give me a negative 11b. And then if I take negative 11b and I add 7b, I will end up with negative 4b. Then our constants, we have a positive 2 and a positive 3, which gives us a positive 5. So now let's take a look at this. Adding polynomials, very similar, except they're just going to be displayed a little bit differently. Sometimes you'll have polynomials in parentheses with that plus sign in the middle here. But remember, all you're doing is combining like terms. So we're going to take a look first. I have x cubed. I only have an x cubed here, so I'm going to bring it down. It doesn't have any friends to pair up with. Then I have a negative 2x squared and a positive 3x squared, which gives me a positive 1x squared. Remember, you can leave out that 1 if you'd like. Now I have a positive 7x and a negative 5x, which gives me a positive 2x. And then I have a negative 1 and a positive 6, which gives me a positive 5. So this is our final answer when we're adding polynomials. Subtracting polynomials is very similar, but there's one added step. We have to take this subtraction sign, I like to put an imaginary 1, and distribute it to everything in that second parentheses. So my first parentheses does not change, so I'm going to rewrite it. And then my second parentheses, it becomes negative 5y squared plus 7y minus 6. Remember, a negative times a negative is a positive. So now I can go ahead and use my shapes again if we'd like. So I have 3y squared and negative 5y squared, which gives me negative 2y squared. Then we have positive 4y, positive 7y, which gives us positive 11y, negative 9, and negative 6, which gives us negative 15. So here is our final answer. The only thing that's different with subtracting is you have to distribute that negative or that minus sign. So here are some practice problems to try on your own. If you'd like, take out a piece of paper, try them on your own, hit pause, and then when you're done, hit play, and the answers will be displayed for you on the next slide. So here are those answers for the practice problems. Hopefully you got them all correct. If not, make sure you stop by Extra Help to figure out your mistakes. And if you always want some extra practice problems, you can come to Extra Help as well.